Hello, I'm Panda Man from Team Limitless, and today I'm going to show you my Zeal deck for the Dimension Police. First of all, obviously, for the Zeal deck you have to start with the Lava Beast Zeal, the Grade 0, because this deck relies entirely on the evolution. So I'm going to start with my trigger lineup. I run 6 crits and 6 draws, because I like the deck to have a lot of power behind it, but at the same time, you throw away a lot of rear guards, so you need to have the hand advantage to keep it up, because without rear guards in this deck, the Grade 3's effect will fail. And obviously you run the 4 heals because you just need that, because it's a bad idea not to run heals. On my Grade 1 lineup, I run 4 of the Evo, which is when it's ridden, I get to check the top 7 and add either the Grade 2 or the Grade 3 of the evolution to hand. If I can get that going as soon as possible, I can get the rest of the Evo, get all the minuses. And it also goes to 8k when it's on the Grade 0. I've also run 2 10k boosts. I do not run the Zeal 10k boost because I find that as soon as I hit 4 damage, I have the 10k boost, but instead of the actual just using the Zeal effect to get it, because once I've finished using my counterblasts, I then have a 6k boost, which I find completely useless, to be honest. I also run 8k vanillas, 4 of them, Karen Daisy, because with the Tsukikages, who are the plus 2k when boosted, I can make 20k columns, which is good for taking out 10k base vanguards or 10k grade 3 rear guards, such as Palamedes, or, and 4 perfect guards, because like I said before, you throw down a lot of your hand to get the rear guard aggression, so I need some perfect defenses in hand. When we come to my Grade 2, I obviously run the Devourer of Planets Zeal, which is the Grade 2. When it's ridden upon the Grade 1, you minus the enemy's Vanguard power by 3000, which doesn't seem like much, but when you can swing 10k against their 8, or they go down to 5 if you're on just hitting Grade 2 and they're on Grade 1. So it gets all the little minuses. It's kind of an annoyance early. I run 3 Operator Girl Mikas, who are the Counterblast 2 draws. But the interesting thing about these cards is that I run them only as a bluff, because using the limit break in this deck is the entire thing. So counterblasting 2 gets rid of a whole limit break and is useless. So what it's good for is it's good for making the enemy drop their guard, and for an attack that I'm not even going to bother with the effect. So that's what I run those for, to try and get those little naggy drop a 10, just because I don't want to get a plus, but I'm not actually going to go for it. I tech in the 1 Super Dimensional Robo Die Lady, and this is because I don't believe that the plus 3k power is necessary, but it can be incredibly useful every now and then. If they hit a trigger, they go to 10k, but I get 3, so I can still hit for more power over the top. And finally I run Assault Monster Gunrock, who is one of the Zeal cards, whose effect is if the enemy's Vanguard is 8k or lower, then it gains 3k, which with the Galactic Beast Zeal's effect will more often than not happen, or if they've been grade locked, or if just any 8k whatsoever, it can hit for 11. It can also hit 8k rear guards for 11, so it's really useful to set up those 18k columns. But, you know, other than that, if a Vanguard's on 8k, then 18k is going to be a killer. Finally, we move on to my Grade 3 lineup. I run 4 Galactic Beast Zeals, and I run 3 Tsukikages, who's the 2000 plus when boosted. I find that the 2k plus when boosted is better than Lady Justice, who is when attacking Vanguard only, because with the 20k columns you can easily get rid of that Palamedes. Making them drop 15 every turn is really annoying, so you can get rid of any of those rear guards that are just giving you hell. And then the Galactic Beast Zeal, which is the main card of the deck, he goes to 11k when he's riding on the Grade 2, and of course he gets the minus 3k when he first rides upon it, so it goes down to like 7. Then you can use the limit break, which is for every rear guard you have, when you counterblast 2, you will lower the enemy's power by 1000 per rear guard. So if we're going by the fact that I've already minused them 3, if I limit break the same turn, they could go down to 2000 power on someone like Garmor. And then with the 10k boost as well, I can swing at them for 21,000, and unless they've got a perfect guard, they're going to be dropping a lot of their hand. So personally, I find Zeal to be a much more stronger and more consistent deck than the Great Dayusha, because the Great Dayusha Superior Ride will completely negative you, whereas this deck is structured entirely around negativing your opponent. So personally, I find that Zeal runs a lot smoother. So yeah, that was my Galactic Beast Zeal deck. I'm not doing a side-by-side with him again.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking dubbing me halfway through the video.
You asked all do
I'm actually halfway through the video, I'm just gonna say, to be honest, I think Zeal is way more consistent than Dayusha. Personally, I find Zeal to be a much more stronger and more consistent deck than the Great Dayusha.